So, I've decided to do a Kuiu gear review of the stuff that I've purchased so far. It's a pretty quality product that I've noticed. I've used 4 of the items pretty exclusively on my last trip. The rain jacket I still have not been able to use. Tried it on. So we'll just start with the rain jacket. Everything's in the Verde color. I got the Chugach rain jacket. Overall I ordered it in an XL because the main goal with this is to wear it late season in snow, ice conditions, drizzle, and my previous rain jackets that I've had just let too much water in through the pockets and then runs down your arms and sleeves. So I'm hoping that this coat goes away from that, and it's also much lighter weight than I've had. So the main features on this jacket basically are, it does have a built-in hood on it. It also has a built-in chest cell phone pocket, which is really nice to have. The 2 front pockets that it has for your hands are zippable. Everything is supposed to be waterproof. It also does have the ability to cinch it at the bottom to prevent it from crawling up your back when you bend over. Overall, just trying it on in the house, the fabric, it makes a little bit of noise, but I think if it's wet, it's not going to be quite as noisy and will really quiet the coat down. But I really think it's going to serve the purpose that I need it for. Late season Kansas, late season Missouri, and then probably muzzle loader in Nebraska too, and late season here in Wisconsin also. So the next item that I have is the Merino t-shirt. It is the 120 LT. I ordered this in a large, that's my typical shirt size. The fabric is really soft on this. I just got done wearing this a couple weeks ago in North Dakota in temperatures that were close to 100 degrees with my backpack and everything on my back. The shirt does a really good job of wicking water away from your skin and evaporating it off the shirt. I have some other hunting shirts that they just get soaking wet and the water does not evaporate. So this shirt did a really good job for that. Also odor control, armpit odor. I wore this shirt unwashed for I believe 7 days and it smelled like it just came out of the wash machine, scent free. Really good shirt. Competitor shirt that I wore also on this trip. It smelled after basically the first 6 hours of wearing it. Just didn't compete with this Kuiu shirt. Really good purchase. I'm happy that I bought that. I also have the Kuiu Attack pants. These are a really good durable pant. I got 2 seasons on these now, also in the Verde color. What I really liked about these is they're lightweight, early season. Most of these camo patterns in this Verde color blend in really well with early season Wisconsin hunting. That's the main reason why I ended up purchasing this. It also does blend in that pine timber material out west. So it's a good universal camo, so I don't have to have multiple camo patterns. Key features that I really like about these pants is they have zippable ventilation on the sides for legs. So on hot days, when you're walking around, you come to a stop, you can physically feel the breeze physically going through the pants and cooling you down, so you get that cooling effect on it. It has 2 rear zippable pockets, so you can have your wallet on the rear pockets. You got your 2 front regular pockets, and then you also have 2 side pockets closer to the knee level on these. That's a main reason why I bought this pant versus other Kuiu pants that are offered in other manufacturers, because it had these 2 side pockets. They're zippable, so I can put my cell phone, my rangefinder, my release, other extra items I can stuff in the pockets. A lot of the other manufacturers are a little limited on pockets, so you can't carry as much gear with you physically on you without having an extra backpack and stuff. So overall, a really good pant. They don't burr up as bad as a lot of the other pants I've had. There are certain materials that burr and do collect on these, but it's much easier getting those burrs off of these pants versus a lot of the other stuff that I've worn in the past. The next item that I have are the Kuiu gaiters. I wore these a couple of times in Kansas last year, late season. The main reason I bought these is because I've been in Missouri quite a bit with snow and ice, and my pants have just been getting soaking wet from basically the knees down. So I purchased these to help prevent that in late season. I really haven't had the need in the early seasons to put them on to keep burrs off. I really don't hunt in areas that have a lot of burrs in that early season. Typically when I'm out west, the Kuiu pant is good enough. You don't have too many burrs out there in September. And then by the time I come back and get pretty serious about Wisconsin, most of the burrs and weeds are dead from the frost. The key features on these is it has this plastic buckle that goes by the heel of your shoe, and then it has a Velcro end zipper on the rear to attach around your leg. I don't remember exactly what size I did here. See if the tag says so. I did an XL. I have, a pretty wide calf, and I know I read in the reviews a lot of guys are having issues with these physically not being able to zip around their leg. This XL on me does a really good job. It's basically a perfect fit. My only complaint about these is it's a little tough to get them on your boot, and you definitely don't want to be taking these on and off of your boots every day when you get back from hunting, whether it's your cabin or a hotel or a trailer or tent. You want to take the boot off with the gaiters attached, and then that way the next morning you can just slip everything back on, and saves you a lot of time from putting this together. The last item that I bought at Kuiu's are the Scarpa shoes. These shoes are waterproof. They do a really good job. I've been going through quite a few puddles. My feet don't get wet at all with them. They're really stiff, good ankle support on these. I ordered these half size bigger than my normal shoe size, which basically is a perfect fit. The only time I notice an issue, because I do have wide feet, the outside pinky toe will rub a little bit on the edge of the shoe when I'm doing downhill treks. It's not an issue on flat ground, not an issue when you're going uphill. It's just that downhill when your foot is sliding forward in the shoe trying to support yourself going downhill. They're really easy to get on, really easy to tie. Overall, real quality product. Traction wise, I've had real good traction with these. I was having problems with my other boots in like snow and ice. These seem to grip much better than all them, and I'm also having a really easy time on like wet rocks with these. Other materials that I've had, you'll slip and fall and jam your bow up against a rock. I haven't had an issue with these at all. But yeah, really good product overall. Definitely better than some of the hiking shoes that I was wearing. They're pretty lightweight too. They keep you cool. So most guys, I used to wear knee boots that were lightly insulated, and you'd just be sweating walking around. So that was a key reason why I purchased these. But overall, all this gear that I have is pretty good for my needs. I don't know if they have another camo pattern that I would really use versus this Verde for places that I hunt in, but it's definitely, it was worth the money. And then just being much lighter weight than everything else that I've had in the past, it makes a difference. You're not hauling nearly as much gear. This stuff is all really packable for inside of your backpack. Also really fast drying. You can run any of this through a wash machine and air dry it. Typically when I'm out west, I'll go to the laundromat, wash the pants, wash the shirt, and then from leaving the laundromat, I'll just hang them up on my seats with the windows down, and by the time I get to the next spot, everything's dry and I can put it back on. So if you're a western mountain hunter, most of this stuff you could take off and hang in the trees and it would dry within like an hour or maybe even a little less, especially if you got a windy day. So very key for western hunts.